Whilst the EU4 King of Kings DLC is pretty much here, there are no kings in today's game because we are for sure the most republic of republics, the Florentine Republic. We've basically consolidated most of Italy and we've got a little bit of a foothold in North Africa that we're going to be expanding, but the goal of this particular run is not to get big, but to plateau. So that's why pretty much within Europe, the extent of our expansion is pretty much just going to be the Italian peninsula with a couple of small addendums here and there. If we get 6,000 likes on this video in the first week after it's out, I'm gonna do the final part for the campaign. And if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Would really encourage me to make more videos like these in the future, and in return I promise only quality content to be delivered. Now, to catch us up a little bit, we do have a few alliances with the French, the Austrians, the Savoyans, and that's it. The other diplo slots are reserved for our vassals or future vassals for that matter, since we've released Genoa in order to feed them up their previous holdings in Genoa and Albenga. Now, Albenga is pretty easy since we have favors with our Savoyan vassal. We can just return core province Dariago, and we got the province without having to go to war. That is a good old 15 development, so it's nothing to be wincing at. Next, we will be attacking these guys though. Milan has another one of the cores that we're interested in, and we don't want to let them keep it. Before we do that attack, we're going to bring our units back to the mainland of Italy. I started building workshops in pretty much every single one of the provinces in Italy that did not have a workshop already. When it comes down to it, we want to have workshops and counting houses built in every province, town halls, universities, the trade building in most provinces, not in every province, basically the ones that have already some significant amount of trade power. The barracks, of course, everywhere. Defenses only in key strategic locations, but we'll talk about the building layout a little bit later and about everything else, because I'm gonna try and use this particular video as a platform to convey how you can maximize the amount of money that you can get from your runs, not just an Italian run, any run in general. And this applies to 1.36 patch and to pretty much any patch that comes along, because these things will not change all the way to the point when EU4 is gonna stop seeing any more development and EU5 is likely gonna come out next year. I mean, whenever it's gonna come out. To give a little bit of an overview of the geographical and diplomatic situation around us, the Poles pretty much have majority of Central Europe, with the Bohemians doing pretty good for themselves as well. The Emperor is still the Austrians. The English did not yet consolidate the British Isles, so they're pretty far behind with it. Castile has just gotten Aragon, and North Africa is predominantly under the control of the Portuguese right now. For us, we're going to be expanding in North Africa, as well as we'll be making some footholds in the Alexandrian node, or better yet the Egyptian lands, I guess, and maybe a little bit of trade, small trade company in the Balkans, I'd say would be pretty good too. We could technically diplo-vassalize a lot of nations right now, so we have offer vassalage to Trento, Ragusa would both accept, so we just need to get an alliance with them, and then afterwards just get a little bit more relations to get them to become our diplo vassal. How much development they have? They have 9 development. They're not amazing, but this is a mountain province. This is also a part of the HRE, so by making them a diplo vassal, we basically avoid a lot of aggressive expansion that we would otherwise have to take. Same goes for the Mantoese. We are going to be making them our vassals since we are really close to it. 52, 57. We can just get a little bit more diplo reputation and maybe economic output, and then after we'll be able to also diplo-vassalize them. That's why I'm going to be improving relations with them as well after I finish with Trento. We should also standardize our units here. We need a few more cavalry and a little bit more infantry for this army here, so let's get that going too. Alright, now that that's done, let's attack Milano. We're going to go for the reconquest of our core in Genoa, and we're going to have to fight Mantua and Papal States. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Okay, so they're allied to Mantua then. That is not Gucci at all. I'm gonna see if I can break a... Oh, I can break their alliance with Milan. It's gonna cost us 50 favors, but I think it's worth it. Let's do it. That means they are no longer allies, and me attacking Milan doesn't mean that I have to cancel my alliance with Mantova as consequence. I feel like the favor system is not used enough in my playthroughs at least, and I'm trying to use them a little bit more since, well, let's face it, favor system does make a huge difference in the game. I also called in Savoy so I can give them some of the provinces here. I would love to fully annex Milan, which in turn means that that's one less nation I get aggressive expansion with, right? Also, not calling the Austrians and the French in because I don't need the extra help for this. I got this. I got this, guys. Jesus, mother of God. They have a 4551 Chad Lord of a General capital. Okay, that is gonna be a little bit of an issue there, boys. Avecla, we got Geneva. Now let's head on over to the other provinces here. A little bit of an issue is the fact that these guys started sieging down their capital. I kind of want the capital myself, but it's fine. Even if I don't take it in this war, I'll take it in the next one, and I'll just give Savoy the northern provinces. I don't want to give them Milan too, you know. Let's see what the agenda also has in store for us. Build a church, manufactory, or 50% power in the Tunis node. That's actually very easy, so we can essentially get a 50% cheaper trade efficiency advisor, because we can just do this. Wait, where's the other fleet? No, you guys. We only have 20 trade ships. I just realized that is not really so many, so I will change that. I will get more trade ships. I need a lot more trade ships if I need to get that mission done. My max naval force limit is 40. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to improve that. I'm gonna need to build some shipyards as consequence then, because these ships are absolutely vital, and I cannot just delete my galleys and my transports, because I need them to transfer my troops between North Africa and Italy and other parts of the Mediterranean. Plus, I need the galleys to actually control the Mediterranean, right? Here's a few more really good tips for you to know. Whenever you're occupying provinces and you have subjects, give the fortifications that you captured from said provinces, from your enemies, to your subjects. This way your subjects gonna have to pay for the maintenance of this fort instead of you having to pay for the maintenance of Genoa, right? Another really good tip is whenever you want to stack wipe enemy armies, make sure that you intercept them whenever they have movement locked. It means that they cannot withdraw their units from going into that particular province. So if you time it well, you can stack wipe them for sure by fighting them on your terms, making sure they cannot retreat, and of course having the right amount of units and the right pips, getting a 0 with the -1 because we actually got there second after them, so they technically have the upper ground here. That's not gonna stack up anything, so yeah, it's a little bit of a fail on my side right there. This one we're fighting on our own terms because this is our ally Savoy's land, so this is a defensive battle. That's why they get the -2 from terrain instead of us getting the -2 from terrain. I don't necessarily need to fully siege down Avignon. I got what I want, which is the trade power and the war reps from the Pope. Now we can just do our main peace deal here with the Milanese. Let's see what the interests are of Savoy. So they have vital interest in Novara as well as Pavia, which means they will absolutely love to get these two provinces. So we're going to be transferring, actually no, I'm going to transfer this and Como because I don't think I'm going to give them Pavia. I think I want Pavia for myself. One more little trick again. Hey, what'd you know? There's so many tricks in this video, it's unbelievable. We've given the occupation of Genoa, which is also the war goal for this particular war, to Genoa, right? Now, if we were to just do this, return core to Genoa, it would be 18 war score and it would cost us 4 aggressive expansion. But because this is the war goal, and this only applies to the war goal by the way, and because we've given it to Genoa directly, by just clicking on this, it's less aggressive expansion and it costs 12 war score, 6 less than it would otherwise, meaning we have an extra 6 war score to take provinces or do whatever we want to do with the Milanese. I'm also very close to diplo-vassalizing Trent. I just need a little bit more relations, so I'm going to scornfully insult one of their rivals. This way I get 25 relations with Trent, which brings me up to 190, just one away from making them my diplo-vassal. So that's going to be 1 month of me improving relations with them, and then we can actually diplo-vassalize the bastards. I mean, the people in Trent. It's the time to become the vassal. That was the least cringiest accent I've done in a while, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I vassalized Trento before I did the war deal because I would have gotten less relations because of the extra aggressive expansion. Would have lowered my relations with them after. I think this is enough actually. Yeah, I think this here is enough of a peace deal. So I guess they can keep Pavia because I don't want to take. I don't want to make them a 1 province minor because then they're gonna join some stupid trade league or something like that. I don't want that to happen. I'll leave them as a 2 province minor nation. So I'll take the money as well. Actually, instead of the money, let's go for trade power. And now I think we're done. Let's go 100%. Coalition, a couple of nations that don't really matter too much, let's face it. And look how beautiful we are. Aww, I love cute borders, don't you? Of course you do. Watch my videos, you gotta love cute borders. Now that Milan is no longer a rival of ours, we gotta cancel the embargo, otherwise we lose 5% trade efficiency per each embargo that we have with non-rivals. And with the newly added ships, we also managed to get the trade efficiency advisor from our agenda. Now let's start building those shipyards I was talking about. We want to have a significantly bigger fleet than we have right now. Oh, look how close we are with getting Mantua as a diplo vassal too. This is a lot of dev here. They got 28 28 development. Holy mother. They actually improved this 9 freaking times. That is insane. Unfortunately, the Genoese did lose their cores over on the islands of Lesbos and Chios, so we're gonna just integrate Genoa as soon as we can, which should be in 1507. Okay, a couple more years. We're gonna improve relations until then. Hey, we got 4 more innovativeness, because we got military tech 9. 62 innovativeness means we get 6.2% all power cost reduction. That includes developing provinces and everything else that goes alongside it, of course. What the hell is this schnapps, man? Lose once to... Bro. Come on. Really? I'm also gonna start my golden age. I feel like the best moment to start your golden age in any game is in the late 1490s, early 1500s, since that's the period when developing and getting a stronger economy is going to help you snowball so much faster into the 1600s afterwards. Let's also not forget to upgrade all of our centers of trade to level 2 or level 3 if we can. Firenze, of course, we're going to upgrade to level 3 once we have 1,000 ducats, since we want to, of course, get most of the trade power in the Genoese node. We got 86% now, which brings us in 48 ducats from this node alone, but we also got 44% of the Venetian trade node, which is not too bad also, since this is again an end trade node. We have all 6 of our merchants pretty much filtering trade into the Genoa one, but whatever does get filtered in here, namely what's left from the Ragusan and from the Vienna one, are still pretty decent as well. We want to get parliamentarism. Now, we don't have this available because we don't have the crownlands for it, so I'm going to wait out a little bit and I'm going to develop my lands, and I'm going to also seize crownlands in a couple of years once I'm able to, so that I have the available crownlands to actually get parliamentarism. Let's also not forget to continue to lower our autonomy in the provinces we conquered, since less autonomy means more income and manpower from said provinces. I remember when I did the EU4 quiz back in PDXCon, I think it was Levik that did the quiz. One of the questions was, what do you get from a 100 autonomy province? I'm curious if you guys know the answer to that one. So let me know in the comment section. What do you get from a province that has 100 autonomy? Also, if you know the answer to that, you should definitely go outside a little bit more, because you need to. You need to go out more. All right, we proclaim guarantee them. We now have 5349 because we increased our economic base by quite a lot, so we can diplo-vassalize Mantua. 28 development with just a single click and no aggressive expansion. Woo, baby. Hails to the yeah. And they're gonna also transfer me their trade power, which is significant amounts of trade power for that Mare. Of course, we also want to get the barracks in every single province that we have. It is a must alongside the courthouses and the workshops. Look at our money go up there, boys. 64 profit. So that's just the beginning of it. We'll get more, don't worry. I'm going to develop this province here a little bit, since we have devastation. Devastation, the easiest way to lower devastation is to just have a fort that has a zone of control or all around your country. So we could have a fort in Lucania, and then the zone of control from Lucania, which is Bari, Salento, Salerno, Avellino, will have lower devastation 10 times faster. There you go. Avellino has 0.91 devastation reduction from friendly forts, but Salento doesn't have it. The alternative to it is to just develop the province a few times, and by developing the province, we also get crownlands. So essentially, fortifications have 2 purposes. Of course, the first one being defense, but the second one also to help your provinces prosper, because if you have no devastation, then you're going to be getting your ticking prosperity in the entire state. All right, we can also continue down our mission tree here. Influence the church. We need to be the papal controller next. We lost the controllership. We were the papal controller for a period in the previous part of this campaign. You can find a link to that in the description if you're curious. But yeah, the Poles just stole it from us. Now we want to take it back from them. We got a 17% chance, which is the highest out of all the nations here, so let's see what happens. Now, I do want to attack the Tunisians, but they're allied to the Ottomans, so what I'm going to do is a bit of a 5-head move. I'm going to attack the nation that the Tunisians have proclaimed guaranteed. This way, I'm going to fight both the Tunisians and Mazab, and I'm going to take some lands from Tunis. Because they're not co-belligerate, I'm not going to take too much, but mainly, I'm going to cancel their alliance with the Ottomans, so when I attack them again, I'm just going to be able to basically wipe out the entirety of what's left of Tunis. Finally, we managed to get courthouses, so the biggest investment investment is going to be, of course, to just build these up in every single province. Courthouses have a few benefits. First off, they don't cost a building slot. They lowered the governing cost of provinces they're built in. They lowered the state maintenance. So if you have a 5-province state, you can get 125% lowered maintenance for that state, as well as lowers autonomy by 0.10% per month, which is a huge deal. This gets upgraded to basically double everything I just said once we make it into a town hall. So of course, this is going to have to be in every single province that you have. Skibbity bow, skibbity bay, clicky, clicky, hey, hey. You also have to say that when you're building it, in case you didn't realize. Come on, Tunos, you're not even fighting your rebels, are you? Tunisian noble rebel. Oh. I don't have the achievement Cartago de Lenta Est. I have to have 100 devastation in the Tunis area. Maybe if I let the rebels get the 100 devastation, I might be able to do it. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to fully annex Mazab, obviously, because we want to also take this out, and we just want to take these lands. It looks better on the map if it's our color, let's face it. Oh, for Christ's sake. This is the freaking millionth event that I get that makes me lose stability this entire run. I hate this schnapps, man. I really hate it. Like, what the F? And yes, in case you're wondering, I'm not doing the stupid Cartago de Lenta Est. Screw this, bro. Like, actually, 100 devastation in this entire state is going to take me the entirety of time, and I don't have that, clearly, so I'm not going to do it. All right. Let's get back. I'm going to cancel the alliance they have here, and I'm going to make them give me trade power, war reps. I'm not going to take any provinces because it's a lot of aggressive expansion, but I am going to release Fezzan so I have an easy attack into Fezzan also afterwards. Now let's do this deal. Boyashnokos, and let's also fully annex what's left here. Oh no, they're taking out our boyos. Oh, and Warguchi boys. We are Gabadabuchi. Get a new general too. We've got absolute trash generals. Oh no, I do get it. 41 army tradition. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. To also upgrade the Royal Palace of Caserta. Once fully upgraded, this is going to give us reform progress growth plus 15% alongside 100 governing capacity and prestige. This was a little bit nerfed. I think it was way more governing capacity before. I don't know why they chose to nerf it, but whatever. I'm also upgrading the Malta forts, which is going to eventually give me war score versus other religions minus 15%, essentially allowing me to take 15% more stuff against other religions. So it's going to be insanely easy to expand in the Islamic areas since they're not Catholics, right? And of course, Tlemcen also allied the Ottomans. Why wouldn't they, right? I mean, it just makes so much sense for them to ally the Ottomans, bastards. Let's get a claim here first. Oh, we can also get good events? No freaking way, brother. Also, because of that, we got the loyalty above the influence for our nobility, so we can enable the parliament now. It is going to disable the nobility estate, though, so maybe I can wait out with this. Now that I think about it, I want to keep the nobility at least until I integrate my 2 vassals here, because I need the extra diplo relations. And I also want to get the nobility integration policy to not get the diplo rep hits. So, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'll wait with the parliament. Instead, I'll temporarily get supremacy of the diet. Now, the reason I got this is because absolutism doesn't matter right now. It triggers in the 1600s, so there's a while until that. We get the loyalty from the estate's equilibrium, and calling for diets is no longer going to cost influence and stuff. So it's going to have a lot of positive effects on our estates. We got the reformation. Okay, that's cool. It's pretty close to us actually, so that's a little bit scary because we want to stay Catholic in this run. Oh, how convenient. Jared is allied to the Tunisians, meaning I can reset my truce with the Tunisians and have a shorter truce by not getting anything from them in a quick war. Oh, we can embrace colonialism already. That is actually surprisingly fast. Hell yeah. How many nations have colonialism so far? It's mostly Western Europe so far. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna sell colonialism. Let's see who wants it. Maybe the French want it, and then I can make absolute bank by selling it to them. They already have loans. How about the Austrians? The Austrians also have loans. Okay, anybody that doesn't have loans and wants my colonialism? Savoy, Algiers. Oh, Savoy actually. Yeah. Let's give it to these boyos here. 1.36 every month. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? And I just realized Mazab was improved 15 freaking times? What? Dude, these guys went bat schnitzel crazy over here. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you said you're gonna make this a trade company. I will. Okay, I will. I'm just converting it first to my religion. I don't need to. I just want to. Helps with getting less rebels, okay, in the future. That's why. And I'm probably gonna make it all the same culture as my primary culture. I feel like every other day there's a new Tunisian war, but I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool with it. So in this one, we're gonna essentially get most of Tunis. We're leaving them the rest here because we cannot take it, unfortunately. So there's that, right? Actually, hold on a second. This gives me 5%. This gives me 10%. No, I don't want to rush that one. That's fine. We can just let this go into Fezani hands, and then we can attack Fezan afterwards, I guess. Nobody cares about this, by the way. Look at that. Literally nobody gives a single schnaps about me taking half of North Africa. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm also going to set up this army to autonomously suppress everybody in North Africa, so I don't need to manually do it anymore from now on. Everybody in the HRE is cool with me, so fairly confident I can just annex all of the Venetian parts in just one war, really. Let's see who's going to join them in. Knights, Switzerland, Ferrara, Regensburg. Nobody cares. And it's also time for our third idea set. Now, we do have trade, we do have plutocracy. What's missing from this is infrastructure, which also offers 10% dev cost reduction, and together with trade offers goods produced plus 10 and global trade power plus 10%, as well as provincial trade power plus 25% with plutocratic. So it really consolidates us as the ultimate trade nation in the entire game. And it also allows us to basically play super tall. Now let's go with the war. Okay, Savoy offered the Austrian stuff. Let's try and rush for these before our allies do. We don't want them to get their grubby hands on these lands, do we now? Let's also reconstruct the fortification in Messina, which is a mountain fort, and it also helps lower the devastation in the adjacent provinces, so we really need it. Bro, are you kidding me? France became the new freaking papal controller? Come on, dude. And I got this stupid event here. Remove Spain as the rival. Bruh. On the bright side, we do have 250 governing capacity more. Hello. And we also got this, which is irrelevant, really. I really hope that they redo the age mechanics in the future. I know it's not gonna happen. I'm realistic here about it, but I hope they will. That would be a really nice touch, you know, to redo that before they say their goodbyes to the game, right? Let's also attack these bad boys here. Now, the reason I called in Savoy into the other war is because Savoy actually proclaimed guarantees the independence of Milan. So this way they don't join in on their side. But if I offer them land, I'm guessing that's bugged because they proclaim guarantee they cannot accept joining in. That would make sense. I was wondering if that's gonna work actually. So good to see it's not working. Obviously good. Totally would not have exploited that in the future for sure. Oh no, Milan, where art thou armies goeth? Not gonna lie, you guys, I'm a little bit pissed with what France just did. They annexed Saluzzo, so I released Avignon as consequence to make them my vassal. Yeah, boy, piss off the French in the process. But not only that, I also released Modena for the same reason. I'm going to make them my vassal after. Just need to get the alliance. And then I have all the relations I ever need with them. All right, now let's get these guys out of here. Buyashnokos, nobody cares. Milan, you were a cool boy, but now you're just another province in my land. I need to stop with these weird accents, don't I? I have a problem. Come on, Corius, Appius, Maximus. We need to take provinces, and I got too much overextension. Ooh. Ooh. Bro, if they didn't occupy Friuli, I would have taken it. Even though it's a little bit of aggressive expansion, not too much, I would have still taken it. Friuli is rightful Italian clay, and these scumbag Austrians think that it's their land, which it's clearly not, okay? You should be happy I gave you 4 provinces here, Austria. Just be happy with what you have, alright? Don't be such a greedy schmogadogs. Alright, there you go. Alliance with these boys, and we're very close to getting them as a vassal. We do have 76 aggressive expansion, though. So I probably should have pieced out the whatchamacallem, the Milanese first, and then after I should have released Ferrara from the Venetian War. But hey, I'm not that smart, I guess, so it is what it is. Oh no! 110 overextension. This is no Gucci, boys. Time to fight some rebels, everybody. 16 to develop Lucca. What if we do this? How much is it going to be then? 11 mana points to develop Lucca, and we haven't even gotten our infrastructure ideas set or any of the good policies done. So look at that. That's just beautiful. Look at the amount of reduction modifiers. Now, if we were to expand infrastructure, because we haven't in this province at all, then it would be significantly less. Another minus 15 development cost. So it would be 4 mana points to develop this province, even though it's already been developed 3 times and it's at 17 development. So that's already juicy as schnapps, but we're going for more even. So I'm being patient. I'm being very patient here. Let's go ahead and integrate these guys next.
Who's a little good Modena? You're a little good Modena, aren't you?
I like how even though I didn't co-belligerate Ferrara, I still managed to get 15 of their development, which is half of their freaking country from that war. Without any AE, the benefits of being an extremely massive country is just you diplo-vassalize everything that moves. All right, next up, we're going to be dismantling this alliance because we're going to be attacking Savoy to take everything they have. One big war to take all of what's left of North Italy, and then we just need to take one province from France, so we're pretty much there. We're also going to make the French a rival so we can, you know, scornfully insult them and all that schnapps and get some extra PP. We're below 50 power projection, so we need to get above it. That means we're going to have to take lands from the French. We want to take at least these 5 provinces here, and I'm guessing that in this war that they have right now with Savoy, they will likely conquer some stuff I'm gonna want, like Nizza, which is their war target. So yeah, gloves are off, France. Gloves are 100% off right now. Oh, what? This is the first time I see the Spanish getting the Low Countries. This is it can happen. It's obviously a scripted event, but I've not seen this the whole patch. Like, I haven't seen this since the last patch. That is shocking to me to see on the map right now. Changes a lot of things too. Maybe I can get an alliance with the Spanish since I canceled the rivalry I had with them, and I'm rival with the French now, and maybe I can get that alliance with them. Ooh wee baby, 73 innovativeness, so close to 100. I can smell it. And another 4 innovativeness, schnabadoobs. That is proper schnabadoobs right there. Okay, speaking of weird words and schnaps, let's build some of the Kabilia. Wait, I don't have any iron mines. What? Surely I've got some iron mines. No shot, I don't have any iron mines. Maybe irons in provinces that I don't have the building slots in. That's gotta be it, right? No. I literally have no iron mines, except Trento. Trento's the only one that has iron. Wow, that's just depressing right now. By the way, by iron mines, I actually mean weapons manufactories, but you know what I mean, right? You definitely understood what I was saying, didn't you? Look at the amount of mana we're getting, boys, and it only costs us 6 ducats for employing Michelangelo, the famous dude. He's famous, okay? Everybody knows about it. But he was technically a dude because everybody knows people that are into arts are just dudes. I remember when I was growing up, I used to have a lot of friends that used to go to an art high school, and like almost all of them used to be like the most stereotypical Western mentality person ever. This is in Romania, by the way. Using skateboards, wearing Western style clothes, you know. Not like regular people with Adidas. Except it's not really Adidas. It's a fake copy of Adidas, but everybody pretends it is. Well, technically, we also did have Adidas if we bought it from a special shop that used to sell clothes by the kilogram. I don't know what they call those shops. I don't know what they call them at all. Cabinet of Curiosities. Ooh, 1 more innovativeness for just 200 ducats. That is a steal right there. The French didn't take as much from the Savoyans as I expected them to take, so it's technically fine. Let's go ahead and attack them, take all the rest that they didn't take. We still have to do the war with the French because we got 2 provinces that we won from them, so there's that. And I think I'm going to give this to the Austrians because they do have a vital interest, or at least a strategic interest, in the Swiss lands. Hey, we have Anglicanism just trigger as well. That is cool. I like to see Anglicanism. I don't like to see that the English still didn't unify the British Isles, though. That's not cool. You guys should really hurry up with that. Pretty sus how Anglicanism... Oh, no, that's Reformed. I thought that's Anglicanism. I was going to be like, how the hell did they get a central Reformation in Scotland? Oh, 14 mana points to develop Arborea, you say? Don't mind if I do. Oh, so can we seriously stop it with the 71% sieges, dude? Come on. I'm such a nice guy, guys. Because, you know, that's what nice guys do. They say that they are nice guys. Because I'm giving back Bavaria stuff to them. So clearly that shows I'm a nice guy, right? Ah, my lovely Bavaria. I will visit you and I will see the Neufenstein castle and escape. Wait, no, that's Wolfenstein. That's not Neufenstein. Escape from Castle Neufenstein. Oh god. I'm already picturing it. Coalition, you say? What is that? What's a coalition? Oh, and look at that. We're getting basically 1 ducat from building the manufactory, the weapons manufactory in Cagliari, the copper mine here. Oh, delicious. Also, this is eventually going to become a coal province, so Cagliari is a must. as Italy. Alright, well, we reached the point where we only have 2 other nations in the Italian peninsula, aside from the French, that we need to take out. And the coalition that we had has dissipated because we've been improving relations with everybody here. So they have no reason to be in a coalition against us. Aggressive expansion being at an all-time low, minus 27 with the French, for example, and so on. That being said, though, I am going to fully annex both of these nations here, and it's going to cause a small bit of a coalition. Nothing major, though. Let's go ahead and do it. Can also do Tuscan birth right now and confront the Lombards, getting permanent claims around all of these lands. Adriatic access to, for 20 years, we get shipbuilding cost and time reductions, and we got a reform from the Empire. Okay, that's cool. Let's keep investing in here. 27% chance to become the next Korea controller. I really need to get the Korea controllership. It is a must right now for me. I've also been developing my provinces a ton. Want to get it up to, say, a flat 20 development in all of the provinces for now. This translates into roughly 200 total income in 1530. It's average. We could do better. We definitely need to build more ships. That would improve our income significantly. So let's build up an extra, say, 30-40 ships so we can send them off to the adjacent nodes and filter in more trade in our main Genoese node. Wait, they don't even have military tech 12. So our gunmen here, our beautiful musketeers here, are gonna be schnatzeldurping all of their units. Let's go, boys. No more laying around here. We're gonna destroy them. Can we co-belligerate the Scots? That would bring in Sweden. We don't want that. How about Avignon? We could do that because we also want to take Avignon, of course. So let's Gucci, Bucci, Scomborucci. And the war target's gonna be basically this, essentially, right? 67 aggressive expansion, but then we never have to fight the French ever again. Or alternatively, I could just take one province, release Provence, and feed them all the cores after. That might actually be a better option, in my opinion. I can use them as a buffer state after as well. And if all cards are played well, then maybe the English are gonna fully, or at least mostly, annex the Scottish land, since they still haven't. The Council of Trent has just triggered, so let's check this out now. We can choose between being very harsh towards the Protestants or conciliatory. I kind of like conciliatory, but at the same time, missionary strength versus heretics -5 is a freaking huge deal. So, because I'm staying Catholic, I'm gonna go for this. That's just my take, though. Let's see what the rest of the peeps vote on this, though. All right, we got the war goal. Let's continue to advance. We got to be careful. The French do have super strong units, and I want to be careful, so I don't want to get stack wiped. Let's check what their morale is like. 5.11 compared to our 4.79. Yeah, we really need to be careful against them. They also have 105 discipline and more siege ability and everything else than us, really. Bro, am I actually getting -1 stab? Come on. I think I'd definitely be doing Avignon a favor by canceling their alliance with the French, so the French can eat them up after, and I don't need to worry about them also. One less nation to essentially get aggressive expansion with. Go, and I just noticed the French attacked me, and I didn't even realize. That's gonna be bad because they're gonna freaking win that battle. Let's pull back. I wish I could give all of the Scottish lands to the Brits, but I can't, so they're just gonna have to take what's left in the next war. The best part about the French war is that most of their fortifications are the default starting ones, so they're in farmland and areas like that, so it's fairly easy to just take all of their lands. Alright, boys, we managed to get the 2 extra policies for goods produced and trade efficiency now, since we have the full holy trinity of playing toll ideas. I'm actually debating whether I should form a very specific nation. I want to form Sardinia Piedmont so I can get their mission tree, and I can upgrade these fortifications by 1 level, the ones in the mountains here. Now, the thing is, I'm thinking to wait with it until I actually get the level 4 fortifications, which is going to be in military tech 14, which is actually just a couple of years after. And then once I upgraded with the mission, I would get these up to level 6 fortifications in the 1500s, basically similar to what only Milan could do from forming Sardinia Piedmont. Imperial incident, the violence between the peasantry and the... Oh, okay, so we finally are getting rid of this horrible +6 unrest that we're getting right now from the peasants. Oh, what? Austria? Why would you abandon me like that, Austria? White peace with the French? How dare you? Wow, look at that. The French are only down to 78,000 units and 3,000 10,000 manpower in reserve, so they're not doing very well, are they? We've devved up Firenze a little bit too, so we can do Leve di Arno, which offers until the end of the game trade power, percentage, production efficiency, and tax modifier percentages in Firenze. Because look at this bastard here, 112 trade power without even having the trade edict enacted, 10,000 manpower, total 4.87 flat ducats from this one province alone. That is just ridiculous. Historical Paris siege of 1547 by the Florentines. Totally happened, lads. Totally happened. The only difference now is that we would take less money if we were to piece them out at this point. But I'm kind of okay with it since I don't care about the finances. I'm getting 200 profit per month at this point. So, yeah, I'm pretty rich. I don't care about that. Yeah, let's do the peace deal. 1797 is okay. Not much coalition. We take the 3 provinces and we also humiliate them. And this way we can also recover. So by the next war, we have full strength to deal even more damage to the French, since our future vassal of Provence has roughly 9 provinces within the French realm. Now that means we also got end the Genoese competition that offers 2 mercantilism. That's extremely disappointing. It's like they need to buff that mission up maybe. Now considering we're at 100 prestige and we're still gaining 2.57 prestige per year, I think I don't need any more the patronage of the arts. Oh, prospering times one. Oh, come on, really? We're getting that in the city where I'm gonna, bruh. That's genuinely making me not want to release the Provence nation now. I'm sorry, it's a change of plans, not only because of the event. I don't really care about aggressive expansion too much, and in Europe my only aggressive expansion is going to be with this bit, since I don't plan on expanding too much. I'm going to expand in the Muslim lands instead, because the Ottomans basically wiped out the Mamluks here, and we need to correct that, expand ourselves in there, and also get our vassal actually big and thick. We haven't attacked these guys because they're allied to the Ottomans, so I'm just going to have a big fat war with the Otto bros once I fix my manpower situation. And I'm pretty pissed Austria became the Korea controller, even though I had 20-something% chance of becoming the Korea controller, and the second after me was like 8%, and Austria with the 4 or 3% got it. Like, come on. 9 mana points per dev click. Yep, that's definitely what I'm enjoying here. How is this not already 20 development? Printing press has spawned in Poznan. Oh, okay. Time to be extra friendly to our Polish ally. Maybe they're gonna give us printing press after. Finally, you also managed to get 100 innovativeness, and we are basically 23 years ahead of time with our technology. That is just mind-blowing how technologically advanced we are, whilst at the same time being a ridiculously strong nation too. Oh, look at that, boys. 5 mana points to develop the province of Cremona. I mean, and this is a 15 development province. Imagine if we actually expanded infrastructure here too, which we're not going to do just yet because we need the mana points for the time being. Even by canceling the Grand Court positions from the nobility, we're still gaining 1.39 prestige, which is really impressive. Now let's do the mission Make Haste Show. We can get 2 stability. We can change to a monarchy if we wanted to without any penalties, or we can enact the noble elite tier 1 government reform. This is mainly used to change over to a monarchy. I kind of don't really want to, and the noble elite I can just change to whenever I want to. It's not like I'm locked here with the Italian Signoria. I just don't think the noble elite is as good as the Signoria, since we can re-elect from the ruling family, which has better mana generation overall. Holy mother of God. 0.44 ducats from building a workshop in Como. Don't mind if I do. Maybe I'm just gonna diplo-vassalize Avignon. I've changed my mind like 9 times regarding this area, but it just is what it is, okay? I'm doing it because I know for sure the French are going to try and diplo-vassalize them if I don't do it. We don't really want to fight the Ottomans just yet because that would be a pretty long and painful war. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bait war, as I like to call them. I'm going to essentially attack the Tunisians here, and then after, in 1 month, I'm going to attack these guys, and because the Ottomans already are in my Tunisian war, they cannot join in this war. So I can quickly peace out these boyos, and then I can just white peace the Tunisians right after. So I have a white peace with the Ottomans too, and I can attack the Ottomans directly in 5 years, as my goal, of course, is to take lands from the Ottomans when I'm at war with them, right? Austria's fighting in here like their lives depended upon it, man. Like, holy shit, Austria, don't take this too serious, man. Once the 140,000 Ottomans arrive here, you're gonna need to back out, brother. All right, I transferred everything to Algiers because I'm gonna give everything to Algiers in this war. I don't really want to have any of this land here. There you go, 1 war down. All right, full US occupationists, which means means very likely they're gonna give us a white piece, and we didn't have to fight the Otto bros at all, and we still got what I wanted to get from the North African bits. That's what a real 5-head broski does, okay? They've got colonies in the New World. Ooh. Oh, maybe I'm gonna get some of those colonies. Hold up a second here. I almost feel bad for the French because they're in such a horrible situation right now. They don't even have any potential allies around them. The Spanish are rivals of theirs. Everybody else is a rival of theirs for that matter. And they also lost pretty much the entirety of the Burgundian inheritance. So they have been, let's say, what is that Austrian army name that I'm thinking of? Oh yeah, cucked. They've been cucked, yo. Oh, Austria's got a lot of troops this time. Holy schnaps. Where did they get all those units from, man? 70,000. All right. Austria's getting back on its feet, I guess. Even though they didn't even get the PU over Hungary, at least. Or Bohemia, or anybody else, really. Brandenburg declared on Austria with the Religious League, CB. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm on the side of the Catholics, so I'm at war with everybody. That means I'm at war with Muscovy, Bohemia, the Danes, okay, that's actually really easy. Holy shit. This is basically an instant win for the Catholic League. Damn. Nobody significant joined the Protestants. I was expecting the Ottomans to join the Protestants, but I guess not. Alright, then I'm gonna peace out the French here. Let's go. Let's get some money from them too. And what? I'm getting only 200 ducats from that? What? That is so unfair. I did literally all of the heavy lifting here, man. Literally all of it. And I'm getting 200 ducats. That is just disgusting if you ask me. Alright, now let's kick some league butts, shall we? It's the final countdown. Oh, dude, this is just depressing. Like, it's basically 5 HRE nations against us. Do I even need to help him out? I would also go for this, which would be 21 years ahead of time, but I'm not doing it because I don't need innovativeness. I got 100 as it is, and I'm just going to use the excess mana points to develop my provinces once more. Wait, what? The Fall of Prague, 100 ducats, and yeah, sure, I guess. I don't think I've seen that in event in a really long time. That's a very old event, actually. Surprised it still happens. Sneaky Austria used the League War to get land from Hungary also. Let's see if they take any lands from the Bohemians as well. No, that's not the United Colors of Bennington. It's Brandenburg occupied by 1,000 nations. Also kind of sus that the Austrians decided to occupy the Russian lands. I mean, reminds me of another Austrian in history that really enjoyed occupying Russian lands. And it seems like Lithuania managed to get back all of its lands from the Muscovites, and then some now. This was also a very beneficial war for the Swedes, for that matter. I like how every time the Protestant League War happens, the map of Europe completely changes. It's honestly one of my favorite periods when playing in EU4. I'm gonna be using a lot of my manpower to finish my monuments. I'm basically upgrading most of them to level 3 now, but it just takes a long amount of time. There you go. Santa Maria del Fiore is level 3, which means we now have this event, and aside from the event, we also have advisor cost minus 20%, splendor +2 monthly, and DK -1 for prestige. So prestige right now is still at 100 and still gaining yearly prestige with the 100 on. So it's just so broken. But that's not even the most broken thing though with the monuments and in the Italian peninsula. Check it out. Once we upgrade the Doge Palace, we get 30 reform progress. Once we get this one too, we get 15 more reform progress. So right now we're getting 2.39 reform progress per month. That is more than 3 times what normal nations get. And it's gonna be 30% more after we finish these two. And then we have a few more things we can do to increase it, as well as get more reform progress from our states. So essentially we could get more than 3 monthly reform progress. That is just so freaking broken, dude. I'm loving it. It makes Florence the best playing toll nation overall. And I know what you're thinking, why didn't you take Rome? I don't care about Rome too much. I don't want to form Italy just yet. I actually kind of like the map color for Florence more, but I'll likely do it before we finish the run, or before we finish this part of the campaign at least, so I can at least use it for the thumbnail, and then I don't get Mr. Schnabbledoop saying, "Oh, you use Italy in the thumbnail, but you don't even form Italy, bro." Truly one of the most important buildings to build is is the soldier's household. If you build this in provinces with grain, fish, livestock, and wine, you get double the amount of manpower. So check it out, 3,800. Holy mother of God. The great part about the Italian peninsula is that it has a lot of those particular goods, so we can get insane amounts of manpower. And I believe we just won the war, didn't we? Let's see. Denmark will release whatever, don't care. And let's see. The Emperor Triumphant. Catholic is the official faith of the empire, and because we are a Catholic empire, I mean a Catholic nation within the empire, we get the missionary strength, tolerance of the true faith, as well as imperial authority growth modifier. All right, let's attack the Pope. Time to get rid of that ugly stamp on the Italian peninsula, isn't it? The bad part is that we're gonna get an event after we annex the city of Rome to give it back to the papacy because we're Catholic. We're not gonna do that, clearly. I was kind of holding back also because I wanted to do the Academy of Brand, which offers until the end of the game prestige decay minus 2% and 1 extra diplomat. But to do that, I need to be the papal controller. I've been literally trying this. Bro, there's been like 6 different papal controllers, and I've always been investing all of my points in here, and I just haven't had the luck to get it, unfortunately. I don't know how long I'm gonna wait for. Maybe I'll wait a little bit longer, and then if it doesn't come, then I'm just gonna form Italy. Screw it. And there you have it. Everybody hates us, and we lose 1 stability. Hey, okay, don't worry about it. You know what? Considering we got 500 total income, we can definitely afford another army. Actually, we can afford 2 more armies now, so let's do that. Let's create a template actually now. Say this for the time being. We can get 1 over here and another one in the south, so we can linearly recruit them everywhere. This way we have enough troops for the upcoming war against the Ottomans. Getting military tech 16 is also going to be a really good, since we're going to get the first actual cannons, in my opinion, to use against the Otto Broskis. What's their military tech now? They've got 15. Okay, so we're going to have that little bit of a technological edge over them as well. Plus, we got more manpower than them too, and more troops by 20,000. Now, with all of our provinces between 20 to 50 development, with an insanely strong economy, and basically the strongest armies in the world, I'm gonna leave it like this. We've covered a huge amount of time in this particular run, so if you want to see the last bit where we do go into the 1600s and beyond, you know what you need to do. And hey, until the next time, check out this awesome Milan video. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.